Welcome to Conversations from the Heart. Each year I make a video to remember, acknowledge, and honor those who suffer and perish during the Holocaust, but also to celebrate the light that emerged from one of the darkest corners of humanity, those people who risked their lives to save others. So in honor of Holocaust Remembrance Day, I want to shift your attention to a more recent event, the devastating Nova Festival massacre, one of the most brutal attacks in recent history that has left a deep scar on the global Jewish community in Israel. So as we honor those who have endured unimaginable suffering, we also turn our attention to our modern day hero, an ordinary man who did an extraordinary act of courage. His name is Rami Davidian, and he risked his life to save 750 people. So not only do we remember the past, but also recognize the light in humanity that shines in the present. Rami's story is one of such lights. On October 7th, 2023, what was meant to be a celebration of life turned to be a horrific nightmare. The Nova Festival, with over 3,000 attendees dancing the night away, became a site of unimaginable devastation and death trap when Hamas terrorists massacred over 1,200 Israelis and took over 250 hostages. Ramit relates that he woke up early that morning to go to synagogue and offer his prayers on the annual holiday of Simchat Torah. Little did he know it would be a day like no other. You see, Rami wasn't a soldier or a trained rescuer. He was a farmer from Moshav Patish. But on that faithful day, Rami became so much more. He became a guardian angel to 750 souls. While sirens blare and terror gripped the country, Rami acted. He received a phone call at 6:45 a.m., a desperate plea to save a young woman who was trapped near the festival. Without hesitation, he drove straight into danger. As bullets flew and people ran all over and Hamas terrorists patrolled the area, Rami urged all those he could reach to come to him, put them in his car, and took them to shelter. And then he returned time and time again, loading his car with as many wounded souls as possible, driving them to safety. Each rescue became more difficult than the other. For 48 hours, he didn't even stop to drink water. Rami risked everything, asking God to protect him, to guide him, to give him the strength to help those that needed him. He dodged bullets, he confronted terrorists, he saved lives, and he didn't do it for the glory. He did it because it was the right thing to do. During those 48 hours, his phone didn't stop ringing. He received hundreds of WhatsApp messages from desperate parents asking him to save their children from the area. At some point, Rami received a message from a young woman who was hiding under a tree. Unfortunately, by the time he arrived, he noticed she was surrounded by 5 terrorists. Now, most people would have retrieved or frozen in fear, but Rami was very quick on his feet. He used the Arabic that he had learned from years of working with Palestinian laborers and convinced them that he was one of them. He used the name Abu Ramit, and with calm and wit, he managed to convince the terrorists to release the girl to him, thus saving her life. Ramit's courage didn't stop there. He organized his son-in-laws to create an impromptu rescue unit. They provide shelter. They informed desperate parents and continue to save those that were still hiding in the field. Yet for all the people Rami saved, he is hunted by the ones who did not. Ramit not only honored the living, but also honored the dead. He gathered the bodies, covered them, moved them out of the way so that Israeli tanks could pass. He gathered belongings to give to their parents and recited prayers. When asked how he did it, how he managed to do everything he did without a weapon and survived unharmed, he attributed his luck to God. He believed that God had chosen him and therefore equally protected him. He said, I felt that the hand of God was with me because I knew where to go and what to do. Indeed, it was a miracle because there were bullets flying in every direction and his car got hit so many times. Yet, he got out unscratched. It is like he says, it was the hand of God protecting him. Ramid's actions reminds us of a profound truth found in the Talmud. He who saves one life saves the world. On October 7th, Rami saved not just one life, but 750 people and the generations that will sprout from those who are alive due to his heroic gesture. He showed us that heroes don't come in capes. They are ordinary people who choose to do the right thing in the face of unspeakable evil. So let me honor the heroes of the past, but also of today. People like Rami Davidian who stood up when the world needed him most. His bravery teaches us that the fight for humanity is never over and that each of us has the potential to make a difference no matter the odds. Ramit may not see himself as a hero, but for the 750 people he saved, he will forever be remembered as one.